What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with Reactions to the Classics, and today we have a song battle, a battle of the B cities. We got Dave Loggins, Please Come to Boston, versus Emmylou Harris, Boulder to Birmingham, brought to us by a friend, longtime supporter, and patron of the channel, Osmond. Thank you, Osmond. Always appreciate you and all our patrons. I think I know this Dave Loggins song, but I can't place it. And if you'd like to be like Osmond and support us, have us do a song battle, song reaction, anything, check out the Patreon link below. The patrons truly make this channel go. Let's dive into the first track, Dave Loggins, Please Come to Boston. I mean, I feel like I know this song, yet I can't place it in my head. Osmond says it is Dave Loggins' only big hit, went to 5 on the Billboard singles chart, and topped the easy listening chart. I found it was nominated for a Grammy in the category Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. The 3 verses of the song are each a plea from the narrator to a woman he hopes will join him in Boston, then Denver, then Los Angeles, with each verse concluding, "She said, 'No, boy, would you come home to me?'" The woman's sentiment is elaborated on in the chorus, which concludes with the line, "I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee." Tennessee's the home state of Dave, who has said of Please Come to Boston, quote, "The story is almost true, except there wasn't anyone waiting, so I made her up." In effect, making the longing for a companion stronger. It was a recap of my first trip to each of those cities and how I saw each one. The fact of having no one to come home to made the chorus easy to write. Some 40 years later, I still vividly remember that night of composition, and as if someone else was writing the song. And that's sometimes how the best ones come about. They just write themselves. As always, I'll have the lyrics up. If for some reason this song gets blocked, I don't know why it would, but the full reaction then will be in a link below if you want to listen along with me, if you just want to know what I think. Hang out here, but hopefully it doesn't get blocked. So let's check this one out. It has that 70s sound, man.
Please come to Boston for the springtime. I'm staying here with some friends and they've got lots of room. And you can sell your paintings on the sidewalk. Buy a cafe where I hope to be working soon. Please come to Boston, she said, no. Would you come home to me? And she said, hey, rambling boy, now won't you settle down? Boston ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee.
It's nice, man.
Please come to Denver with the snowfall. We'll move up into the mountains so far that we can't be found, and throw I love you echoes down the canyons, and then lie awake at night until they come back around. Come to Denver, she said, no. Boy, would you come home to me? And she said, hey, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? Denver ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. 'Cause I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee. Now this drifter's world goes round and round, and I doubt that it's ever gonna stop. But of all the dreams I've lost or found, and all that I ain't got, I still need to lean to somebody I can sing to. Please come to LA to live forever. California life hard to build. I live in a house that looks out over the ocean, and there's some stars that fell from the sky and living up on the hill. Please come to LA, she just said no. Boy, won't you come home to me? And she said, hey, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? LA can't be your kind of town. There ain't no gold and there ain't nobody like me. No, no, I'm the number one fan of the man from Tennessee. I'm the number one fan of the man from Tennessee.
Wow, Please Come to Boston, Dave Loggins. What a great song, man. I've never heard this song. If I have, I've heard it once on a live stream. This was so good, man. It's interesting. The Please Come to Boston is just in that first verse, you know, and then she comes back against him like she does in every verse and mentions Boston ain't your kind of town, but she does that for every town that he comes with. So I guess they just said, hey, it's the first town, we'll call it that. And I mean, it's a cool name for a song. So he's writing to this girl who's back home, obviously, in Tennessee, and he wants her to come to Boston and be with him. She can sell sidewalk or paintings on the sidewalk. He's going to be working in this cafe soon. Then come to Denver. So he's worked his way from Boston. He's worked his way across the country. He's in Denver talking about the snowfall and all the stuff they can do there. She tells him no. She said, hey, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? Denver ain't your kind of town. There ain't no gold. There ain't nobody like me because I'm the number one fan of the man from Tennessee. And he's just talking about being a drifter. His world goes around. He'll probably never settle down. Then he's in LA. He's reached the other coast. A California life alone is just too hard to build. I live in a house that looks out over the ocean. Well, you must be doing something right, Dave. You can afford that even back then. Please come to LA. She says, no, boy, won't you come home to me? And goes back into that chorus. That chorus is so good. Just the sound, the backing, everything on it. I think we might have had a little steel guitar in there at one point. I don't know, but wow, this song is great. Going to be very hard to beat for me, but you never know. So now we'll go to the other track, Emmylou Harris, Boulder to Birmingham, from Pieces of the Sky in 1975. Osmond says Boulder to Birmingham is one of Emmylou Harris's most well-known songs. It was released on this album and tells about her feelings of grief in the years following her friend and musical collaborator Graham Parsons' death. I found that early in her career, she toured with Graham and sang on his two solo albums, GP and The Grievous Angel. She did not write again about his death in such a direct way until The Road, a track from her 2011 album, Hard Bargain. Although Michelangelo from Red Dirt Girl certainly appears to be about Parsons too. Bill Danoff recorded the song with his group, the Starland Vocal Band, on their self-titled debut album. A version of the song was a hit in New Zealand for the Hollies, reaching number 10 there. And a version was recorded in 1975 by the great Scott Walker and the Walker Brothers on their No Regrets album. In 2012, The Fray, of all people, released a cover of the song featuring Harris as a bonus track on their record Scars and Stories. All right, the Battle of the Bees. We got Boulder to Birmingham. Let's check it out.
I don't want to hear a love song. I got on this airplane just to fly, and I know there's life below me, but all that you can show me is the prairie and the sky. And I don't want to hear a sad story full of heartbreak and desire. The last time I felt like this, I was in the wilderness of the trucks as they move down out on 95 and pretend that it's the ocean coming down to wash me clean, to wash me clean. Baby, do you know what I mean? I would rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life in his saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham if I thought I could see your face. If I thought I could see your face.
Boulder to Birmingham. Wow, what a vocal performance from the great Emmylou Harris. So much power, control, emotion. This song is classified as country. It's almost like an old school gospel song when the chorus comes in, but you know, she's lamenting about the loss of Graham. I don't want to hear a love song. I got on this airplane just to fly, and I know there's life below me, but all that it can show me is the prairie and the sky. That's how verse 1 starts. She doesn't want to think about it. She can't handle anything more than trying to deal with this. She's just trying to let it kind of fade into the background. I don't want to hear a sad story full of heartbreak and desire. The last time I felt like this, I was in the wilderness, and a canyon was on fire. It said that Graham's house burnt to the ground in 1973. That's probably what it was a reference to. And I stood on the mountain in the night and I watched it burn. And then the chorus comes in with the male backing vocals. That's where it just sounds real gospel-y. I would rock my soul in the bosom of Abraham. I would hold my life in his saving grace. I would walk all the way from Boulder to Birmingham, so Colorado to Alabama, if I thought I could see your face. Just a tremendous emotional song. Really enjoyed that. You had everything in there. You had the great Ben Keith on steel guitar, and I mean, you had the electric, the drums, the 12-string electric guitar by Herb Peterson, the electric piano by Glenn Hardin, string arrangement in there. You just had a lot of stuff on this song. And when you talk about vocal performances, this vocal is definitely superior to the Dave Loggins one. Just a beautiful song. This one's the toughest one I've done for Osmond so far this month. I've done 3 of them so far in these battles. This one is the toughest one. I guess I'm going to have to go with Emmylou Harris, Boulder to Birmingham. I'd probably listen to Please Come to Boston more, and I will. I'll actually put that on my playlist. Don't know that I'll put this song on there, but there's a better song. So the Battle of the Bees goes to Emmylou Harris. Let me know what you think. Who wins this battle below? Thanks as always, Osmond. And until next time, I will see you.